here outside of there. It's Wednesday. It's the first day in several days that I didn't have something else going on other than drop the kid off at school and get some art work done, which is nice. I did get some work on the horror done yesterday. I finished the pencils on page 2. So I did the full art for page 1. Inks, grays, everything. No lettering, but everything else. And I think I was thinking I was going to go straight ahead with that, which is, I don't know, not how I've been working, but I was like thinking that's a better way to do it. I don't know, but I feel like on the one hand, I don't like going back and redrawing the same thing like 3 times over the course of months and years and whatever. But on the other hand, I do know that when I get in the groove of it and the flow of it and whatever, and I'm doing page after page and panel after panel, by the time I get to page 20, if I go back and ink page 2, I can correct a few things more easily. A, because I'm just in the comic headspace. B, because time has passed and inevitably I've become a better artist. And so instead of struggling with it, it seems like it makes for better art, makes for easier art, even though it's not my preferred way to do it. I'm leaning towards doing the thumbnails and then the pencils, but then moving on and going back and doing the inks later. And evidenced by the fact that I did the pencils for page 2, and I started the pencils for page 3, which is what I'm going to be working on today. I don't feel good. I'm going to go work anyway. All right, it's 2:11 on Wednesday. I'm leaving my mom's house. I know I keep saying this, but it keeps being true. I don't feel good. The last couple days, just every day, I'm not feeling very good. Today got interrupted at the other coffee shop. They didn't have my spinach croissant. They didn't have a butter croissant. They had no croissants. Then I was like, let me get a bagel with the egg and cheese. Like, we don't have that. I'm like, oh no. Like, so this was like my good food place, but they were out of all the good food. And they had I'm a vegetarian, for those that don't know. So everything else they had was either sugar stuff, which I didn't want, or meat stuff. So I ended up getting some kind of quiche. It was like a spinach cheese quiche, which I think was vegetarian, hopefully. Was more expensive, not very good. I would not get it again. But that was my breakfast. I'm not going to do lunch. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. That's going to be my lunch. Oh, actually, that's not true. Did I eat something? I had a banana for lunch. And now I'm going to go to another coffee shop for like an hour and a half, 2 hours to draw, and then go to Ross and a few other things, and then pick up a pizza and calzone on the way back that my mom is ordering for us to have dinner. But while I was at the coffee shop, this was supposed to be my big, hey, I got a lot of time. And I ended up doing about an hour of drawing. I did a half hour of a sketch card where I got the new kaiju done. Then I decided to include one of the Ultra Heroes, and that was like another half hour. But in between that, my buddy who's going through some stuff called and he needed to talk. He's like, I don't need to talk. But he needed to talk. So I took a break, talked to him for, 20 minutes, a half hour. Then I got calls from my doctor. I had to go pick up this medicine that I didn't have to pick up. And I did, basically I had to run a bunch of errands. I talked to him, then I had to run a bunch of errands, and then it was time to pick up the kid. So I only got to draw for about an hour. So I'm going to go try to draw now. My plan is to work on the horror page 3 while I have an episode of Ultraman Jack playing in the background for the next sketch card I'm going to do, just to give you some inspiration. A little after 6, I'm going to go to Ross. I'm at the coffee shop. They close at 4, which is, even though that's the coffee shop I like, that's why I was going to Better Buzz and Starbucks and these other places. But I did not work. I worked on the horror, and I did some good work. I finished the last panel pencils for that page. Redrew it only one time, and that's the advantage of being pencils and not inks and finals, is like I could redraw it again later, but I don't have to worry about it now. It's good enough. However, I had struggled with that first panel, specifically the posing of one of the characters, Shining Star, and I hadn't planned on working on that, but I just let me redraw it, and it was immediately way better. So it was more evidence on my theory that coming back to it later is a good idea, whether it's a day, week, month, whatever. And that was me running out of the way of one of those e-bikes who decided he didn't need to stop at a crosswalk. Granted, maybe I shouldn't be filming while I'm walking, but I did have the right of way. Anyway, all this is to say, not all this is to say, I didn't watch an episode of Ultraman because I forgot. The reason I often don't watch things like that when I'm working is because they're subtitled. But I spent a little time looking for a dub, couldn't find one. That was wasted time. But now I have just about an hour before I have to pick up the pizza, so I'm going to Ross. I didn't find the $150 Sabine lightsaber for $30 like everybody else seems to be doing, but I did find 2 sale toys for the kid. One, actually a specific toy she had asked for, which worked out. And the other one she didn't ask for, but it is a light up submersible mermaid Barbie. And she has a mermaid Barbie that like has color changing, and she's wanted to have friends, and she was bringing her other Barbies in there, but like the clothes aren't really made for the water, and so like it's not a good scene. And I saw that she was a mermaid. I'm like, oh, cool. And I saw that she lays up. I'm like, that's cool, but you probably can't put her in water. But it says submergible. So hopefully that works out. I mean, it might break, but it was on sale for $9, which I think it should have been more because I only saw the one. And so I was like, I don't know what the price on this is. And the regular Barbies seem to be about 13, which is like about half price already. So they said 8 something. I'm like, great. If they had more, I would have bought more. Like, give me a fleet of them, but they only had one. So now I'm going to drive over to the pizza place and maybe do some work on my phone or on my iPad while I wait for the pizza to be ready. November 5th. This house has their Christmas stuff up. They are not alone. Many of these houses don't, but that is not the first one I've seen. Again, my Halloween decorations are still up, but I feel like we're like 2 months away from Christmas. That seems a little early. And here's the thing, I love Christmas. I love most holidays. I love decorating. I love all the goofiness and the campiness and, you know, forgive me, but the capitalism of it doesn't, I don't know. I was born in the 80s. I kind of know it's not good, but it still makes me feel good. But it needs to be special. And it, like, you know, there are people I've seen, you know, videos like, oh, we have Christmas at my house all year round. Well, then that's just regular. That's just regular. That's like me getting excited for like my Transformers. Ooh, and I do love my Transformers, but they're up all the time. It's an all the time thing. You know, it's not, I don't know. I mean, people can do what they want and you know, good for them. They're probably mad that I still have my Halloween stuff up, but it just seems like I'm being a little lazy taking it down. I'm letting it stretch an extra week more after Halloween. They're skipping Thanksgiving. All right, whatever. Everything's cool. Honey. Hey. Oh my gosh, everything's fine. It's Thursday. I dropped the kid off, had to go to the LabCorp to do some samples, and then I went to a coffee shop briefly. I did a little teeny bit of work on the Horror 4, and I did the roughs for the next sketch card, and then I came back home early because I'm watching my mom's dog, who can't be left alone by herself or she loses her mind. Even now with me, she's not happy, but I'm better than no one. And of course, my cat's just meowing for no reason too. So now I'm gonna be here in this room. I might try to get some work done. I'm gonna make some soup, but I'm kind of stuck in this room. Otherwise the dog will lose her mind. And then I'll go pick up the kid and yeah, we'll go from there. But I kind of got most of my work done, art that I'm gonna get done for today. But yeah, come on, light. Why is it not lighting? Motion, activate. I don't know where oh, there it is. Anyway, I got a new Cammy figure and I put that up. I put a Blanca the other day. My Street Fighter shelf. Still a little sparse, but it's coming together. Cammy, Blanca, Chun-Li, M. Bison, Evil Ken, Violent Ken, Player 2 Dalsium. Many of these are Player 2. On Thursday, the dog is gone. I ended up listing like 8 more eBay auctions, and I did doodle a little bit on the third page of the Pencils of the Horror 4, but mostly I was doing eBay stuff and yeah, having a dog on my lap. I did do some laundry and other things. I'm out here with coffee like a cowboy, and I'm gonna be cleaning up the Halloween decorations. It's been less than a week since Halloween, but we're one of the few left standing. So here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Took down everything except for the big guy. Thanks, I'm happy to hang around one more night. Okay, no problem, pal. Friday morning, yesterday, I was looking at page 3 again and pulling in some references for this handshake scene. And then when I first woke up, there was a nice smear of brown right here. I guess one of the cats pooped, but it was very difficult to get off. I had to scrub it a couple times and then put some disinfectant. It was like chocolate that had been baked by the sun onto something equally sticky. I don't know, it wasn't even like chocolate, like tar. I didn't like it. I suspect it was you. Anyway, gotta get the kid to school. That's where the poop goes. All right. finished the pencils on page 3, and I was going to do thumbnail layouts for 4 and 5, but then I realized I should set up a template. So this is my thumbnail template that I made, and I duplicated it so I could draw on this and just start blasting through. I'm toying with the idea of thumbnailing the whole issue, which might be a good idea, but I'm at least going to start using these templates, and then when I remove those 4 inner grids, the rest of it is a template for the full page, so that should save me a little time later. I thumbnailed page 4 and most of page 5. Look at this, it's a homemade McGriddle. Woo! You go back in there? Meow. Saturday, I had to meet with the I got to sleep in. I sort of slept until 9, although I woke up a few times in there. Then I had Tech Advisor Azuki made these McGriddles at home, which I've never had a McGriddle, even not at home. They're interesting. It's definitely not an all-day thing. It's basically like pancake bread. Certainly not healthy, but it was good. She did a good job cooking it. Then I dealt with the electrician because we got a bunch of stuff we need fixed and or installed. And then I took my cat to the vet because she's making this horrible noise with her mouth like this. What are you chilling? Yeah. So we're seeing with that, but they messed up the appointment. So now I'm in urgent care and I got to dispute the charge after this, but we're here. So I wanted to get her taken care of first. And then I have a little bit of time before I'm on duty and I got to go to the food store, blah, 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 blah. So I may or may not get some drawing done. But as I've said before, the kid has off school Monday and Tuesday. I thought the following week she was off all week, but that's the week after. So I do get a solid week of her being at school where I'm just going to grind and try to get work done. We're having a big holiday party at the beginning of December. For the first time since we lived in this house, and so we're trying to get a lot of house stuff done that we've needed to get done forever done, like just moving boxes out of the living room and setting up a shelf and just stuff that we want to have done before the party. So things are gonna get pretty crazy pretty fast. Luckily, Thanksgiving is not really a big deal because we don't have a lot of family, so that isn't part of the big planning that we have to worry about. Working on the garage, and this is again that sort of thing where it looks worse because over here looks better because we are working on getting this into the house. So that's the project for today. Switched gears and I'm taking the pumpkin guy down now. The plan was to go for a hike with the kid after all this. She seems like she might not be so into it, and normally I'd be like, no, we're going, that's the plan, but I don't know if I'm so into it right now either. I'm getting a little tired. Well, upon unwrapping it and inspecting it, this thing was a little bit beat up when I got it. I got it from a store. That light doesn't work. I had a couple dings. It's got some more dings from the move, which I hadn't seen, but also there's a lot of like chipped glass here, and places where it's like maybe not so safe for a kid. So we're thinking we might get rid of this and get a new one, which is unfortunate because we had this in storage for like 3 years, but yeah, it's pretty beat up. It's pretty beat up. Good news is pumpkin guy's all gone. Sunday, late afternoon. Oh, hey, it's me, Gazbot still. I haven't done any art on the weekend, which is the usual case. Been dealing with nothing bad, but just like, yeah, took the cat to the vet and then people coming over. Today I did a lot of laundry and I put away all the rest of the Halloween stuff inside and other things that I'm forgetting now. And then my mom came over. Well, my mom came over before I did a lot of this, watching the kid. And then me and Tech Advisor Azuki just went and had lunch. We may hit a couple stores on the way home to take care of a few things, or may just go straight home, not sure. And then later today, theoretically, I'm free. I may get some art done, but I have a lot of stuff around the house still to do, so we'll see. Tomorrow and the next day the kid has off school, so yeah. I weirdly, this makes me think of summer break, because last summer we did this sort of day camp school thing, and the hours were longer than regular school, and it was great. And I basically was able to finish up my last issue and get the Kickstarter going and all that because of that. And her hours of school are a little bit longer this year. Next year, she'll be in school until like 2 or 2:30 or whatever like regular school is, which is going to be weird, but also a lot of time to be productive. But until then, I'm thinking, because I really want to have this issue done within the year, which is not, it shouldn't be difficult to do, but would be the best I've done, you know? And I'm thinking I really need to get all or most of it done before the summer, because once the summer hits, I'm not going to really have any time, because I'm going to be watching her full time. But anyway, the fact that she has 2 days off this week and a week off later in the month is making me think of these things and like lighting a fire under my butt a little bit. But meanwhile, I have a bunch of sketch cards to do, and I think I have one other commission, I can't remember. And it's really, I should just stop taking these, but it's money, it's exposure in a good way. It's not that fake kind of exposure. And it's, you know, I have people that enjoy my work that I don't want to disappoint. And, you know, I'm one of the few people who prioritizes my comic above all the other stuff. Most people who follow me, and I'm saying most, there are fans of my comic, and I appreciate that very much, and fans of me that just want to support what I want to do. But most of my income, most of my, dare I say, fan base comes from people who like my Godzilla fan art or my Ultraman sketch cards or whatever, and I'm not complaining. That is fantastic, and that is a place I would have killed to be in, you know, 10, 15 years ago, and I love it here. But it's a balancing act between, you know, fulfilling what the people might want versus what I want. So going through original art, prints, posters, all kinds of things, frames, because there's just been a pile of them over there. They need to go on the wall, or they need to go in a portfolio, or they need to be given away because there's too many. And Tech Advisor Azuki is helping with her stuff over there. Friday night, I'm out for a walk, and check it out. Halloween stuff. There's a little jack-o'-lantern, maybe Louis the spiderwebs, and still lit up. Not just there, but still lit up. I passed another house that had some light up pumpkins and leaves, and I'm like, oh, that might just be like, there's no mistaking that's Halloween. All of our stuff is down, and it's weird because on one hand I'm like, whew, you know, we had it up a little too long maybe, but on the other hand I'm like, oh good, other people still have stuff up, and not in like we weren't the last one, but like, yay, a little bit of Halloween magic still alive. And like, we were that for somebody until yesterday, I guess. But, you know, we gotta start putting up some Thanksgiving stuff soon, I guess. We don't really have any. We need to get some. I think I have like 2 little stuffed things that we put out, but nothing out in front of the house. I have a cat with leaves, and it says something like Happy Fall. Not quite the same. Well, in 3 weeks, I guess, Christmas. Oh, actually, ooh, you know, we're having a holiday party December 6th, I think. So normally, December 1st, I'm like, let's start getting decorated, but we might start getting decorated sooner, like the day after Thanksgiving, which also might be a day I normally start decorating. As I say it, I realize that that's probably when I normally start anyway. I'm a mess. No school the next 2 days. Got to get some drawing in somewhere, but I also got to walk. Got to walk, like Pac-Man. No, Pac-Man goes walk. I'm losing my mind.
The new one smells like a lollipop?
Yeah, it smells like...
What does the other one smell like? I forget.
Strawberry.
Oh, so what flavor lollipop does it smell like?
I'm not sure.
Is it peppermint?
Probably not. I don't know.
Cherry?
I'm not sure.
Is it poop?
Definitely not.
Candyland. But it's like Tron. It's like Tron, Candy Tron. This is a little food truck that I have played at with the kid for the last couple of years. I don't think I've ever paid money for it, but we've played in here tons. That's a pink tree. Pink. Knocking things over with my shorts. It's 5:05 on Monday. I just played a game of Pac-Land on my 1-Up cabinet, which I haven't played anything on these in a long time, other than helping the kid when she was maybe playing. I just played one game, and I'm gonna start making dinner, but today's been a long, full day. She had no school, and we did stuff in the morning, and then went to the mall. We went to this climbing place and met up with another parent friend, and then had lunch in the food court and stopped at the post office to drop some stuff off, and then she had a shower, then I had a shower, then I shaved, and now it's time to cook, and it's been a nice full day, but I'm exhausted, no drawing, and the second I finish eating, I have to go drop off a base that Tech Advisor Azuki sold at a local supermarket. When I get back from that, I want to do nothing. I mean, not nothing. Play Fortnite, watch TV, open a toy. Maybe draw, but probably not, because I'm tired. So I'm going to make some mac and cheese.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick.
So yesterday, today is Tuesday. Yesterday, I got a lot done with the kid. I had like a active day, but in the morning, and then again in the evening, I just felt terrible. So no, I did not get any drawing done. I played a little bit of Fortnite, but I didn't even do much of that. I mainly just did what I had to do. Had a lot of house chores, and then got in bed. Didn't fall asleep right away, but anyway, today is Tuesday. I just got up. It's a little bit late for us. It's going on 8 o'clock. I say I just got up, but I just got up and got downstairs. We have 2 workers coming to the house today. One to fix some doors that we got installed in the back. I think I talked the other day about how my cat got out, because the door, unless it's locked, can just be pushed open by a cat. So that needs to be fixed. And then the other thing is Terminix is coming out to do a termite inspection. After that, we could begin our day proper, but that means until 10:30 at least, we're home, which is fine. Still don't feel great, and I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm complaining a lot this episode, so I apologize for that. I'm actually feeling okay mentally and emotionally, just physically not doing awesome. I'm gonna make some coffee. There's a crow eating whatever he's eating out of our lawn, which is fine. But it looks like something dug it up, and I don't think it was the bird. Was there a dog in there, or a rabbit, or what? See all the chunks out there? I've never seen that before. All right, you show. Oh, maybe was it the crow, possibly? This warrants more investigation, but I know from experience that I will not investigate this unless it becomes a bigger problem that I will be annoyed that I have to deal with. Regardless, this is interesting. Oh, it is the crow digging. Look at that. The crow is digging? I've never seen that. I realize I'm calling it a crow. Somebody might correct me and say it's a blackbird, or I've talked about this before. I don't know what the difference is, if there is a difference. Yesterday at Five Below, I got this stuffed Pac-Man to go in the arcade. It wasn't below 5, it was 7, but I like it. It's very 80s and old school. Here we see the young Jedi. It'll be an epic adventure. It has some giant feet. Wow, those giant feet! I think we're gonna be okay. 7, I should have posted this video up already. These are boxes, all eBay auctions. We'll be going to the post office tomorrow. Even though I went to the post office today, it's Veterans Day, it was closed. I knew that, but the lobby was open and I thought I could put it in the drop box, but the drop box was broken, locked, closed, I don't know, but couldn't do it. So I got 2 more ready to go, and I have another one if they pay me by tomorrow before going out. Doing really good on the turnover on eBay, which again, you wouldn't know it to look at the pile in my office. Today was nuts. Yesterday was out and about doing stuff. Today was home and a boom doing stuff. We had a termite inspection, which kept getting pushed back. It was like, oh, we're gonna be there, between 10 and 12. We're gonna be there at 11. Nope, we're gonna be there at 12. We're gonna be there in 10 minutes. Oh, it's a half hour. And then it took like an hour, which I didn't think it would. And so lunch was really late. And then meanwhile, we also had somebody to come out and fix the back door. Just a bunch of stuff. And the kid was having a hard day, and she was being kind of emo and crying over things, and having just things like I couldn't even tell you. There was an accident, which she hasn't had in a while, but she had a little accident, and she mostly took care of it herself, but it was still a thing we had to deal with. And some other stuff too. She was telling me about weird stuff kids at school were telling her that I had to talk her through. I'll tell you, other kids at school are some of the most difficult things. And I knew that I knew this would be a problem as she got older. I just didn't think it would be a problem in like TK and kindergarten. I don't know, but I'm not feeling good, but I'm feeling optimistic. Tomorrow night we're going out to dinner. It's the day I normally go to my mom's house, and she helps babysit. I don't know if that's gonna really help, if we're gonna do the babysitting thing, because her birthday is Friday, but me and her and the kid are gonna go out for dinner Wednesday and then have another celebration either on the weekend or another day, whatever, but birthday night. And then during the day though, it's a short school day, but I'm still gonna go to the coffee shop and get some work done, and I'm gonna focus on getting work done on the Horror 4 specifically. So I'm looking forward to that. But for now, I'm gonna say this is the end of the video, and I'll see you next week. Independent Comics, my kaiju comic, The Horror A4. Hi, how's it down, everybody? It's me, Gazbot. You may or may not know, but I have my own kaiju comic. I've had 3 issues out. Issue 4 I'm working on right now, and this is a panel from it. And what I'm showing you is my rough thumbnail of the panel, and then my pencils, my tight pencils, which I even threw a little bit of gray on. Now, I do tighter pencils than a lot of people, even though I ink my own stuff, just because I struggle with getting everything right, and I don't want to have to do that on the inks. This is an example of a tighter one, but sometimes looser, but this is my main character, Boots.